What is up, everybody? Metal Biker Dude coming at you here, and I gotta tell you guys, I have really gone to great lengths to avoid doing rock and roll reaction videos for a plethora of reasons, but primarily because I'm so well versed in the rock and roll genre of music, and more notably metal, but even just straight rock and roll. Of course, I've heard so many of these songs that to do a reaction video, it would be dishonest. Okay, and I'm not going to be dishonest here. You know, it's cost me viewers, it's cost me, all kinds of things. So, but I'm going to stick to who I am. And whatever happens from that happens. And I can't control that. But when I did a song called Black Smoke Rising, I got a lot of reaction to it, and I had a lot of people reach out for me to do a song called Highway Tune, Safari Song, and the Safari Song I never really got to, but the Highway Tune, I had heard that song, and I'm not going to do a reaction video if I'm not reacting to something that I've not heard or heard very, very few times. And I heard that song so many times that it would be absolutely dishonest to do it any other way. So anyway, I've had several people reach out to me wanting me to do a song called When the Curtain Falls. I guess this is a newer song. I'm not sure about that. But I thought to myself, you know what? Why not? Because I haven't heard it. And you know what? The fact of the matter is that I'm not closing off any doors. If I hear something that makes the playlist, then we'll do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I shouldn't limit myself to shutting out a complete genre of music. That would be just as narrow-minded as me only listening to heavy metal music, right? So, with that said, let's get into this. This one is called Greta it's a band called Greta Van Fleet, and the song is called When the Curtain Falls. One thing that I will say before I start this is, this band sounds an awful lot like Led Zeppelin, right? I mean, that's kind of their hook, and it has a real 70s sound to it, and I think that that's the appeal to a lot of people. And somewhat myself included. But, I hope that this sounds a little bit more original than the Highway Tune song and the Black Smoke Rising. So I'll hold on to that until the end, but let's get into this now. Well, I'll tell you, I like the premise. Okay, so I like the premise. He plugs in, instead of plugging into an amp, he plugs into this big, gigantic granite rock. And, it's a larger-than-life sound. I get it. That's cool. And clearly, the singer sounds an awful lot like Robert Plant, but that's okay. It's not his fault. So let's go. Okay, it's got a pretty catchy hook and all that. I don't know how I feel about it right now. I got to let this sit in a little bit more. So it's dark time. We got the Aurora Borealis going on, and they're doing this kind of 70s 3D vibe look thing here. The video is kind of cool. It's growing on me. The song, the music. I can't understand much of what he's saying here, other than when the curtain falls. But I'll probably dig a little deeper in the lyrics and check out a little bit more what he has to say. I heard him say something about, you know, cocktails and all this stuff. So I'm guessing this is something about, you know, life as a rock and roll star, something maybe, I don't know. You know, the thing is that clearly this is a record company move, okay? This is a management move to where, you know, they've literally got them dressed in 70s attire. And I know what this is about. They're trying to appeal to a group of people that have felt forgotten. And I get that, and I dig that 100%. You know, with the advent of hip-hop and rap, with the rise of country music over the past 30, 40 years, especially in the past 20 to 30 years, record companies have slowly started pulling the reins in on the rock and roll signings and things of that nature. And I've never subscribed to the idea that rock and roll is dead. All right, never. Even though I say all of that, there's a part of a good reason why that's happening is because so many bands started sounding the same. All right, and you know, you had, you know, Metallica, and you had Pantera, and you know, you had these larger than life heavy metal bands that just had this huge sound, right? And then you had an enormous amount of bands that tried to sound like Metallica and or Pantera, right? And that's what happened. That was part of the decline of, you know, and I should put Megadeth in there too, by the way. That was part of the decline of the record company signing acts as heavy metal artists. And I think we're far enough removed from the 70s now at this point to where this becomes fresh, right? And I think that that's the part that I was really struggling with in the beginning. And even when I heard the Black Smoke Rising song, I was really having a hard time wrapping my head around, well, this is kind of a 70s redo, D-E-U-X. And but now that I listen to this this next song on top of Highway Tune, you know, I think that it is fresh, and it's not like they're doing covers of Led Zeppelin. So, and I'm sorry this has taken so much time, you guys, but I'm trying to process all of this stuff. You know, this is a reaction video. This is a real reaction video. This is a real reaction channel, okay? And this is what happens, is you have to process things. You know, I'm quite sure there are other channels that do a lot more homework before they do their reaction videos. And I'm just kind of sorting it out in my head as we go. And, you know, the more I listen and the more I think about this, the deeper we got into this song, the more I realized that it is fresh. And I do like it. I think I'm going to pull this on the playlist. We're going to ding that one. Ding. Yeah, I liked it. And I'm going to go ahead and probably do a couple more. Like I said, I think this is new. I'm not sure. I didn't do any homework on this. I apologize about that. But I'm going to do more homework at this point, especially because I do like the sound. So, yeah, I'm going to give that a thumbs up, man. We'll put it on a playlist. Ding. And Metal Biker Dude. Peace.